Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation and those wicked politicians.
Good morning to Grenada, Carriacou, Petite Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, and all those in Radio Land. I am CJ, and this is Real FM 91.9 and 91.5. We are broadcasting from Main Street Cities in beautiful and historic St. Patrick. Good morning to you.
Good morning, coffee in the morning.
How are you?
I'm still top of the world.
Always looking down.
On creation. God Almighty, we are grateful to be alive this morning. We thank you, God, that thou hast permitted our life to see it. Another beautiful day upon this planet that you has made for we to enjoy. We are very grateful. We are very thankful. We thank you, God, this morning for the rising of the sun. And Lord, we hope it will be the going down of the same. We thank you, God, that you protect us during the course of the night. You make our sleep sweet, O God. We thank you for sweet dreams, O God. We thank you, God, for the favors that you had granted unto us. We thank you, God, for keeping us in good health. And for those that are not in good health, we ask you, God, to touch them and heal the body. And as we rose, O God, not knowing what this day has for us, it could be many of us last day. But Father, watch over us and protect us, O God. Father, we ask you, God, to bless the program this morning, Agriculture Morning. We thank you, God, for this radio station that really educates the people. We thank you for all those like BJ and Claire and all the rest of them that is a part of that program to educate the public where agriculture is concerned. We thank you, God, for the knowledge and the wisdom, the understanding that thou hast given unto them to be so fluent in the teaching. And to all those, O God, who listen and participate, O God, in this agriculture program, I ask you, God, to enhance the knowledge more and more. We bring our farmers before you, O God. And Father, some of them are already left to climb the high hills. Some of them are already left to cross the river, that they can be able to produce to feed our nation and also to feed their family. Lord, as they go, we ask you, God, to give them protecting mercies, O God. Every piece of equipment that they will be using, O God, to farm the land, Lord, I'm asking you, God, to protect them from accident, from harm, and from danger. And as they left the family behind to go, oh God, we ask you to protect the family, the children as they go to school, protect them on the buses, oh God. Father, we bring up the fishermen before you, God, and all those, oh God, that goes out there to make a living where agriculture is concerned. I'm asking you to bless them and keep them. I bring this entity radio station here before you, God, FM. I'm asking you, God, to touch that station, oh God, every piece of equipment. Let no weapon that form against this station prosper, oh God. We ask you, God, to bless the management and the staff, oh God, and all those that is under the canopy of the voice of that station. I'm asking you, God, to bless our listeners. I'm asking you, God, to watch over them. Mr. Andrew Donald, who is not here, I'm asking you to watch over that man, oh God, and touch him, Lord. And every staff on that radio station, and grant them the knowledge day to day and the understanding. We ask you, God, to bless us. We ask you, God, to keep us, protect us during the course of the day, provide for us as we ask all these mercies. In no other name than in Jesus' name, amen and amen.
Thank you so much, and amen to you too. How are you doing? I know you're on top of the world, so...
Yes, so you have a blessed day.
You too.
Thank you.
Take
Bye.
care. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Yes, the number one, agriculture. Oh yes, number one, number one, number one. Yes, the number one, agriculture. Number one.
Gittins Home and Garden Center, your main pillar for agricultural supplies in Grenada. We supply fertilizers, herbicides, seedlings and nursery supplies, diesel water pumps, walk-behind tillers, organic and environmentally friendly agricultural inputs. We're serving you from 2 locations at Birch Grove and booth 34 at the Vendors Market in Grenville. Cost-effective agricultural solutions for all your needs. Visit Gittins Home and Garden Center for the best in everything agriculture. Call us on 409-2175 or 438-4337. Gittins Home and Garden Center, from your farm to your backyard.
It is said, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself. A taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
The Dental Department in the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs will be celebrating Dental Health Week from November 6th to 14th, 2023, under the theme Oral Health Matters, Act Now. During the week, oral health activities have been planned, which includes oral health talks in schools, clinics, and quizzes on radios, and oral health outreaches in all parishes throughout the country. Everyone is encouraged to take action. Good oral health promotes a healthy body.
Here are the following dates. Monday, 6 November, Sutters Bus Terminal, Sutters, St. Patrick. Tuesday, 7 November, Victoria Hard Court, Victoria, St. Mark. Wednesday, 8 November, St. John's Anglican Primary, Guave, St. John. Thursday, 9 November, Grenville Car Park, Grenville, St. Andrew. Friday, 10 November, Carriacou Bus Terminal, Hillsborough, Carriacou. Monday, 13th November, Latente Junction, St. David. Tuesday, 14th November, Republic Bank Platform, St. George. Time, 10:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. at all locations. Come and be educated and sensitized.
Your new Grenlec bill is even easier to read and still has all the valuable information you need to track and manage your usage.
Hey Mom, okay, your friendly tech support is here. So you got the new Grenlec bill? Let's take a look. The new bill makes it even easier to see your bill total, the due date, and much more. And take a closer look. It actually is a lot easier to understand. Let me show you. You can still see exactly what the charges are for, but in a great new format. It even shows how the cost of generating and delivering the electricity to you is calculated using your actual usage. And Mom,
Hungry, anyone? You heard about it, and it's finally here. Velma's Restaurant and Bar, located High Street Sateras in St. Patrick. They're open from 6 a.m. until midnight. Breakfast is available from 6 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. On the menu is roast bake, sawfish, and many mouth-watering items. Lunch is a close second, with items that can be grilled to your satisfaction. We have steamed fish and other seafoods too. For the health-conscious ones, we provide vegan and vegetarian dishes. Looking for something that will hit the spot? From 5 p.m. until close, come and enjoy our burgers and fries. At Velma's, we cater and host parties. We have an on-site bakery where you can place your orders for fruitcakes and other pastries. We also have local juices. Listen to Real FM for your daily menu to place your order in advance. Call us at 419-5622. That number again, 419-5622. Velma's Restaurant and Bar. Come eat lunch with us.
Grenada
as we celebrate 50 years of independence.
I love my Grenada.
Made in Grenada presents the celebration of 50 years of Calypso.
Open me a bill to that tonight, honey.
One stage.
No, not so fast.
One show.
Music holding me, controlling.
Grenada's best Calypsonians performing Grenada's greatest hits.
Don't take it out.
Sunday, February 11th, 2024 at 6 p.m. sharp. Grenada National Stadium. More information coming soon.
When the DJ play Peter Humphrey, she raise her hand and she tell me, Becky, no place sweeter than home.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation. And those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan. Well, from to the revolution, agriculture was on top. Man Jack and didn't do too bad. After that, you know the whole thing flop. Why? Everybody want to sit down in computer. And they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. Agriculture, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. You could live without clothes, and they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. I tell you just now, my brothers, all you go with them computers. And they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer.
It is 13 minutes after the hour 7 o'clock. Let me say good morning to Claude Abraham, Christine Otley, Marlon Klein, Yvonne Roberts. Baby Daddy, good morning to you. Alban Harris, good morning to you. Good morning to you, Kenro. Good morning, Frank Chadburn in the Galapagos Islands. Miss Matheson, good morning. Miss Job, Lorna Bain, Susan, Paula, Mama B, good morning. The Callis family out there in Madays. Buddy in Plains. Lindona George. Jerome Buddy in, and wifey, I think it's in Parklet, yes. Good morning to Cheryl Resch. Cynthia Alexis, good morning to you. Haven't seen you in a bit. The Robinson family at Hill Street, Clarice. How are you doing? The Glenn family in Marley. Pest out there in St. Vincent. Johnny, good morning to you. I know that you're listening. Pat Cape James, good morning to you out there in Union Island. Good morning, Pat Pear and Andrews. Good morning. Good morning to each and every one of you for checking in on to Real FM. It's Agriculture Thursday. Good morning to you, farmers. Hope that you're out there in your land and preparing to plant food so that we can survive as a nation. Good morning to you all. And if you have any comments or questions today, BJ is going to be in around 8 o'clock this morning to answer questions or to give some education as to how we can go about making it better for us all here in Grenada, agriculture-wise.
And nursery supplies, diesel water pumps, walk behind. Gittins Home and Garden Center, your main pillar for agricultural supplies in Grenada. We supply fertilizers, herbicides, seedlings and nursery supplies, diesel water pumps, walk behind tillers, organic and environmentally friendly agricultural inputs. We're serving you from 2 locations at Birch Grove and booth 34 at the Vendors Market in Grenville. Cost-effective agricultural solutions for all your needs. Visit Gittins Home and Garden Center for the best in everything agriculture. Call us on 409-2175 or 438-4337. Gittins Home and Garden Center, from your farm to your backyard.
It is said, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself. A taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation and those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan. Well, from here to the revolution, agriculture was on top. Man Jack and didn't do too bad. After that, you know the whole thing flop. Why? Everybody want to sit down in computer, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer, agriculture, and they forget.
It is 19 minutes after the hour of 7 o'clock. I am going to head to the Maurice Bishop International Airport to check with the meteorological office to see what we have in store weather-wise this morning.
Yeah. Everybody want to sit down in computer. I tell you just now, my brothers, all you go with them computers. to ship plenty nectars.
And I happen to have Tricia Miller online with me this morning from the Met Office. Good morning to you, Tricia. How are you?
Good morning to you. I'm very well, thank you. And good morning to you, listeners of Real FM. It's a fair morning here at the airport. Winds are from the east at 10 miles per hour. Barometric pressure 12.5 millibars, which is below the mean, but it's rising. Present temperature 27.5 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity 89%. Yesterday's maximum temperature was 30.9 degrees Celsius, and the minimum temperature last night was 26.7 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, 1.3 millimeters of rainfall were recorded here at the MBIA. This brings the total for the month so far to 86.3 millimeters. Now the public forecast valid for today and tonight for Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy with a few light to moderate showers. Winds east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour. Today's maximum temperature is expected to get up to 31.5 degrees Celsius. Seas moderate, waves 4 to 6 feet in open waters. Tides will be high around 1 p.m. and low about 7 p.m. Sunset this evening at 5:39. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 6:02. So just to recap, the weather is expected to be partly cloudy with a few light to moderate showers. From the Met Office, Tricia Miller.
Thank you so much, Tricia, and have yourself a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Youths cannot understand. Well, all the education you have, man still can't ignore the style. Everybody want to work in office, and I know the reason why. Yes, man, everybody want to sit down in computer, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody.
St. Patrick's Pharmacy. St. Patrick's Pharmacy. Looking for a wide variety of prescription drugs and over-the-counter medication? Check out St. Patrick's Pharmacy. Feeling weak and want a boost? Check out St. Patrick's Pharmacy for all your vitamin and mineral supplements, essential oils such as lavender, peppermint, eucalyptus, and much more. Medicated soaps, antifungal and antibacterial, all at affordable prices. Visit St. Patrick's Pharmacy today at its new location. A new location on Lib Street, apartment number 4 at the Ford Building. We are open Monday to Friday from 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call us today on 414-1954 or 442-0204. St. Patrick's Pharmacy, where quality medication costs less.
Ozone really gets it clean. Get with the Ozone family line of products. Ozone liquid laundry detergent. Perfect for your semi or fully automatic washing machines. Yet suitable for your hand wash. Soft on your hands. Ozone disinfectant cleaner. It's the most powerful disinfectant and cleaner with a long-lasting fresh scent. Tackles every job around the house or office. Ozone detergent powder and ultra soft fabric softener gets your clothes clean with a natural freshness. Keeps your colors bright. Choose from the wonderful scents: soft flower, ocean breeze, and the new aloe vera. Keep your kitchen sparkling clean with the Ozone dishwashing liquid, Ozone sponges, and cleaning cloth. Ozone toilet bowl cleaner removes lime scale and kills germs while giving your toilet a refreshing scent. Ozone really gets it clean. Marketed and distributed by Calico, Frequente St. George's, and are available at shops and supermarkets nationwide.
Do you know, when you play the games of the National Lotteries Authority, you are supporting sports, culture, and nation building in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique?
Hi, I am Junior Murray, cricket coach, sports enthusiast, and a former West Indies cricketer. I endorse the games of the NLA 100%. For the past 40 years, the NLA has been funding many sporting activities, including competition for schools and clubs, and for athletes to participate in overseas tournaments such as the Carifta Games and regional cricket tournaments. Additionally, they made it possible for you, the public, to view local, regional, and international tournaments from the comfort of your homes. For those reasons, I play the game of the NLA. Even if I do not win, I know Grenada always wins.
Yes, When you play all the games, the NLA in turn supports sports, culture, and nation-building activities throughout the Tri-Island state.
Why pay full price for your mobile when you can pay half? Just bundle your home internet and mobile services with Flow and save 50% on your mobile bill. That's money in your pocket every month. Plus, now you get free YouTube and WhatsApp data. And you can share your plan with up to 3 other numbers. Upgrade now and get a free smartphone. Switch and keep your number. Learn more at discoverflow.co.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 13th edition of the YGT Super Knockout is on. So Grenville, bring yourself on Saturday, 11th November from 7 p.m. to witness 2 huge top 16 games at Victoria Park in Grenville. Game 1, Hard Rock SC versus Sunjets United. And in Game 2, Paradise FC International versus FC Camahorn. Then after the games, we get set for some top-class entertainment from the bands Cymatics, Bling Ned, Suki Man, Neck, Brighter Star, and out of Jamaica, reggae superstar, Egyptian.
Girl, you give me the tightest hold me ever get seen in my life.
Egyptian live. Admission $40. The 13th annual YGT Super Knockout is on. Don't miss a game.
Ask me my name, and I told her it's Egyptian.
Yes. Agriculture is the number one. Number one. Yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation. And those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan. Well, from here to the revolution, agriculture was on top. Man Jack didn't do too bad. After that, you know the whole thing flop. Why? Everybody want to sit down in computer, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer, agriculture, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. You could live with a goal, and they forget agriculture. Everybody.
Gittins Home and Garden Center, your main pillar for agricultural supplies in Grenada. We supply fertilizers, herbicides, seedlings and nursery supplies, diesel water pumps, walk-behind tillers, organic and environmentally friendly agricultural inputs. We're serving you from 2 locations at Birch Grove and booth 34 at the Vendors Market in Grenville. Cost-effective agricultural solutions for all your needs. Visit Gittins Home and Garden Center for the best in everything agriculture. Call us on 409-2175 or 438-4337. Gittins Home and Garden Center, from your farm to your backyard.
It is said, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself. A taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation. And those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan.
It is 7:30 inside the studio of Real FM and the whole of the Caribbean. Unfortunately for a lot of people in North America, it is now 6:30. You're just rolling out of your bed and we are 1 hour ahead of you. I know a lot of you are going to be late checking in into the live because of the time difference. But let me say good morning to Gemma James, Pearl Charles, Jerome Lewis. Miss Matheson, I'm sorry to hear that you're having internet problems. I hope it get fixed soon so that you can log into the program and enjoy agriculture this morning with BJ. I happen to know that Bandy, which is Chester David, came into this world kicking and screaming on this date many years ago. Bandy, you've made it that far. Give thanks. Not a lot of people are going to make it to the years that you have made on this day. So give thanks and stay blessed.
We used to ship plenty nectars all the way down to Trinidad during the revolution. We used to use up all.
Now tell me, I got up this morning. You know, it's a bad thing to go to your bed really, really early. So I went to sleep really early last night, and I woke up around 3:15. You know, you can't go back to sleep after that because if you do go back to sleep, you're awake late to come to work. So I decided, I have lots of limes that my sister bought me. I decided I'm going to squeeze lime. At 3:30 this morning, I was in my kitchen squeezing lime juice. Now, there is a thing, I'm not sure if I did it the right way or the wrong way, so somebody tell me. I squeezed it, put it in a glass bottle, and put it in the fridge. Now, some people say you have to boil it, and some people say you don't. So, somebody that's a lime juice expert, call me and tell me what I do with the lime juice. All this in the fridge right now, do I boil it to preserve it for a bit longer, or do I just leave it in the fridge as is?
All over the world you go, agriculture is number one.
And I think I have a call. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, and how are you?
How is you this morning?
I am good. I'm tired, but I'm good because I wake up too early.
I don't know about putting it in the fridge soon, but I know to last longer, you boil it, and then you bottle it up.
Okay.
It lasting for long, but I don't know about squeeze and put in the fridge soon.
Well, 3:30 in the morning squeezing lime. What do you expect me to know? I squeeze it and I strained it out and everything so there's no pulp in it. Put it in a bottle and fridge it.
Yeah, because our customers boil it and squeeze it and then boil it and let it cool and then bottle it.
So how long do you boil it for?
Well, I want it maybe about 10 or 15 minutes.
Okay.
About that, I never check it, I just give a rough thing and then you leave it cool and you bottle it, lasting for long.
So can I make juice with it then, or do I just have to use
and
it?
And have a nice flavor, and if you get something like an orange when you're making the juice, you put in it, man, it give you a good flavor.
Okay, so when I go home this evening, boil lime juice for about 10-15 minutes, let it cool and then...
Let it well boil. And then you bottle it up.
So, with the amount that I have a full bottle, like those jars, those sort of mason jars. I have a full. When you boil it, it does not reduce in any way. It does not get thicker or anything. That's it. I just want to know. I don't want to waste my lime juice.
No, just the Just the lime juice.
Okay.
Yes. All right.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Culture. Number one.
So you see, boil my lime juice. So those of us who just squeeze it and put it in the fridge, we hear that it lasts way longer when you boil it. Let it cold, really cold. Don't put it hot in the bottle. Let it cold, put it in a bottle, and then put it in the fridge. But if you boil it, Kenro, can it stay outside the fridge and like that? Or do you really have to put it in the fridge because at least now you process it, you kind of preserve it? So do you have to put it in the fridge or you can leave it on counter? Let me see, I get a call. Good morning.
Good morning to you, CJ, and how are you?
I am good, thank you. How are you?
Not too bad, having problem with internet.
I'm hearing you. Yeah, you said that.
And listen, Kenry is so right. You can boil it and you have it in the cupboard for years and years.
Oh,
when
so
I came down from London, my mother-in-law was here in 2004. And we had lots of lime, and she boiled them. And even though I'm going in the cupboard, they're still there, and I still use them. They're ever so nice. Just store it. Don't put it in the fridge. Every cupboard I go to, I find a bottle. What's in it? Lime juice. When I open it, and it's nice. So Kenry is so right.
So I don't have to put it in the fridge? No fridge?
Don't put it in the fridge.
Oh, okay.
Just put it in the cupboard. Because when I when I look in the cupboard now, I can see a black bottle. What's in that black bottle? Because some days, bottles are biscuits. When I look in the bottle and I taste it, we'll pour a little bit down in the thing. It's lime juice.
Oh, okay.
And it's ever so good, like it's well preserved. It could last for years. It will outlive you.
But didn't they say that you cannot put it in dark bottles? You have to put it in clear bottles?
I don't know. I meet it in all different bottles. Clear bottles, black bottles. I didn't do it. She's done it. I've done it once. But I was scared of it, so I use it. But when I go in the cupboard the other day, far back in the cupboard, I find some more.
Oh, okay.
So it's been there for years and years and years, right? Maybe about 28 years.
Huh?
It's been there. Yeah. So
and you trust to use it still?
Yes, it smells good.
Okay.
It tastes good.
All right.
Nothing wrong
Just
with
check in. Just check in.
Okay. You take care. Have a
Thank
nice
you.
day.
Okay, bye-bye.
God bless you. Bye-bye. Bye.
So, here we can leave it. It lasts for 20 something. Well, I mean, mine won't last that long because I use it to wash my meats and everything like that. I mean, I'll get more limes, but I use it to wash my meat and to clean the countertop and clean the microwave and all those kinds of things. So I use a lot of lemon and lime for this thing. So it wouldn't last 20 years, but people, you hear? It can last up to 20 years. I think something is wrong with my headphone. Let me check. I'll be right back.
And they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. Agriculture. And they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. You couldn't live without clothes. And they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. I tell you just now, my brothers, all you go with them computers. Lord. We used to ship plenty nectars all the way down to Trinidad.
Gittins Home and Garden Center, your main pillar for agricultural supplies in Grenada. We supply fertilizers, herbicides, seedlings and nursery supplies, diesel water pumps, walk-behind tillers, organic and environmentally friendly agricultural inputs. We're serving you from 2 locations at Birch Grove and booth 34 at the Vendors Market in Grenville. Cost-effective agricultural solutions for all your needs. Visit Gittins Home and Garden Center for the best in everything agriculture. Call us on 409-2175 or 438-4337. Gittins Home and Garden Center, from your farm to your backyard.
It is said, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself. A taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one.
Let me say good morning to Gemma Warwood. Sky in Toronto, good morning. Good morning, Sunny Isles. And good morning, Mary Olavaci. Buongiorno to you in the best of Italian that I can say it. Good morning to you also, NP. I guess most of you have heard that we lost Francis Mohan a couple days ago. He was a real near and dear friend to us here at Real FM. And we at Real FM would like to extend our deepest condolences to the Mohan family of M&N Hardware. He will be surely missed. I'm in contact with his brother, one of his brothers, and they are having a tough time as expected. So our hearts goes out to them, and we hope that they will find some sort of, I don't know how to call it, because it is a hard thing for anybody to lose someone that in the family that they really love, especially when a child goes before the parents. So I could imagine how that father of his must be feeling because they're really close. And Andrea has asked me to extend his condolences to them too, because everybody knows he's off island, and he should be back soon, and he'll say his own thing in regards to Francis, because they were like really close also. So just wanted to let people know that we at Real FM feeling just what you're feeling out there, the Mohan family.
We used to use up all the fruits that we had. When the cocoa, nutmeg and banana was at the highest level. Now they use them don't want to take over from the elders and continue. Oh, that's why everybody want to sit down in computer. And they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. Agriculture. And they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. You only do with a goal. And they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. I tell you just now, my brothers, all you go with them computers.
The Dental Department in the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs will be celebrating Dental Health Week from November 6th to 14th, 2023, under the theme Oral Health Matters, Act Now. During the week, oral health activities have been planned, which includes oral health talks in schools, clinics, and quizzes on radios, and oral health outreaches in all parishes throughout the country. Everyone is encouraged to take action. Good oral health promotes a healthy body.
Here are the following dates. Monday, 6 November, Sutters Bus Terminal, Sutters, St. Patrick. Tuesday, 7 November, Victoria Hard Court, Victoria, St. Mark. Wednesday, 8 November, St. John's Anglican Primary, Guave, St. John. Thursday, 9 November, Granville Car Park, Granville, St. Andrew. Friday, 10 November, Carriacou Bus Terminal, Hillsborough, Carriacou. Monday, 13th November, Latante Junction, St. David. Tuesday, 14th November, Republic Bank Platform, St. George. Time, 10:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. at all locations. Come and be educated and sensitized.
Your new Grenlec bill is even easier to read and still has all the valuable information you need to track and manage your usage.
Hey Mom, okay, your friendly tech support is here. So you got the new Grenlec bill? Let's take a look. The new bill makes it even easier to see your bill total, the due date, and much more. And take a closer look. It actually is a lot easier to understand. Let me show you. You can still see exactly what the charges are for, but in a great new format. It even shows how the cost of generating and delivering the electricity to you is calculated using your actual usage. And Mom,
Hungry, anyone? You heard about it, and it's finally here. Velma's Restaurant and Bar, located High Street Terrace in St. Patrick. They're open from 6 a.m. until midnight. Breakfast is available from 6 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. On the menu is roast bake, sawfish, and many, many mouth-watering items. Lunch is a close second, with items that can be grilled to your satisfaction. We have steamed fish and other seafoods too. For the health-conscious ones, we provide vegan and vegetarian dishes. Looking for something that will hit the spot? From 5 p.m. until close, come and enjoy our burgers and fries. At Velma's, we cater and host parties. We have an on-site bakery where you can place your orders for fruitcakes and other pastries. We also have local juices. Listen to Real FM for your daily menu to place your order in advance. Call us at 419-5622. That number again, 419-5622. Velma's Restaurant and Bar. Come eat lunch with us.
Grenada, as we celebrate 50 years of independence.
I love my Grenada.
Made in Grenada presents the celebration of 50 years of Calypso.
Open me a bill to that tonight, honey. Don't think I can take
One stage.
No, not so fast.
One show.
Music holding me.
Grenada's best Calypsonians performing Grenada's greatest hits. Sunday, February 11th, 2024 at 6 p.m. sharp. Grenada National Stadium. More information coming soon.
When the DJ play Peter Humphrey, she raised her hand and she tell me, Becky Lopez sweeter than home.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation. And those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan. Well, from here to the revolution, agriculture was on top. Man jack this and didn't do too bad. After that, you know the whole thing flop. Why? Everybody want to sit down in computer. And they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody.
Welcome to another program of Did You Know? A 5-minute feature from the Grenville Cooperative Credit Union. I am your presenter, Oslin Crosby. On this week's program, we share with you the final in a series of programs where we have been sharing the General Manager's remarks at the opening
of the Grandlands branch. Opening a branch in the south of the island was not just for financial gains, but there are bigger plans.
Part of we being here, it is not only to serve our members, but also to contribute to work with Corporate South, if I may refer to it like that, the communities within the area, to ensure that on a national level, we continue to build positively. Adding economic support, helping to build the education fabric and build a better community in the south of the island, in the north of the island, the west and the east, and every other area that the Credit Union of Grenville serves.
I know many have several questions. Among them, will the credit union be considering a name change?
We are the Credit Union of Grenville. I want you to remember that. So as you go forward, always remember you're a member of the Credit Union of Grenville, not the Grenville Credit Union.
The opening of the Grandlands branch was not just a celebration for members, but for the credit union movement in Grenada.
The reality is, while we are built differently, credit unions operate on the same fundamental philosophies. And for reasons of every management team, you may find us operating in the same environment, very close to each other from time to time. The intention, though, is to complement a philosophy, credit union philosophy. Just a week ago, we spoke of rebranding this facility, repackaging it to ensure that our citizens know that the credit unions are here to stay. And we need to do more in terms of getting the young people to become part of the credit union movement. The Credit Union of Grenville have that responsibility, and all my other colleagues within the credit union movement.
We are due now for a break. More when we return.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union introduces its new digital platform, managing your finances at any time from anywhere.
As a part-time student, balancing work and studies can be a real challenge. But with GCCU's digital app, these worries are no more. My parents can now remotely transfer funds to my account and I can check my balance at any time, giving me the freedom to achieve my goals.
My days can be long and tedious. With this app, I can ensure my loan is paid on time, transfer funds to someone else's account, and check my balances. I don't have to rush to do business during my lunch hour or after work anymore.
With this app, I can request checks to pay my suppliers, letters for my business transactions. I don't have to leave my farm to go stand in line.
The Grenville Credit Union digital platform. It's convenient and secure banking right at your fingertips. Download the app today from the Play Store or App Store or call 442-8602, 459-4325 or 416-8467 for further information.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, we were sharing our final episode, in that of sharing the excerpts of the General Manager's remarks at the opening of the GCCU's Grandlands branch. Mr. Charles went on to explain the importance of synergies among credit unions.
There are so many opportunities now within the financial sector that credit unions do not have the capacity to take advantage of. And I posit to you, the only way we will be able to do that is when we come together. Today, we hear a lot about fintech, financial institutions using technology to enhance customer service and to bring a better experience to their clientele. Question is, can we as credit unions do that at the moment? And while we are tardy to take bold decisions, we are now saying tech becoming fins. Technology companies are now offering financial services. Technology companies have found a way to remove all of the red tape and the intermediaries, including some of the regulations, and offering financial services to their clientele. Amazon is a typical example of that. And while technological companies are now becoming financial institutions, small financial institutions still grapple to survive.
Charles also shared the vision for the future.
The vision for the long-term future must be that as credit unions, whether we like it or we don't like it, it will happen, that we must start coming together. We must start coming together to consolidate our resources. We must come together to have greater vision. We must come together to change the service experience, to reduce costs, to meet a broader clientele, to increase efficiency, and to pay our members better return on their deposits. So the Credit Union of Grenville, being in Grandins should not be seen and interpreted as a competition to the other credit unions in the South, but an opportunity for that vision of coming together happening in a much more rapid way.
And that's it for this week. Just a reminder that next week we will be featuring some other speakers from the opening of the Grandins branch, including that of the newly installed manager of that branch and expectations. In case you miss any of the programs, please feel free to go on to our social media platforms where we have been updating all our television and audio programs. You can find them there on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and also our website where we put up all of these programs. Feel free to share, and please share your comments with us. So until next week, I am your presenter, Jocelyn Crosby. Grenville Credit Union, your financial institution who values our membership and strives to provide exceptional customer service.
Gittins Home and Garden Center, your main pillar for agricultural supplies in Grenada. We supply fertilizers, herbicides, seedlings and nursery supplies, diesel water pumps, walk-behind tillers, organic and environmentally friendly agricultural inputs. We're serving you from 2 locations at Birch Grove and booth 34 at the Vendors Market in Grenville. Cost-effective agricultural solutions for all your needs. Visit Gittins Home and Garden Center for the best in everything agriculture. Call us on 409-2175 or 438-4337. Gittins Home and Garden Center, from your farm to your backyard.
It is said, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself. A taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, the credit union of Grenville, takes you where you want to be. Feel secure with the Credit Union of Grenville, taking care of all your financial needs, including savings, loans, mortgages, and sound financial advice. Serving you with branches on Jubilee Street in Grenville, Lucas Street in St. George's, and coming soon, our Grandin sub-office. Call us on 442-8602 or visit one of our offices. With Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, your financial security is guaranteed.
Like family, it's always exciting when lottery players get together. Now the lottery games are joining in the fun. Check out the multiplier family of Instacash games. 5 times the cash at $2, 10 times the cash at $3, and 20 times the cash at $5. On your tickets, match any of our numbers with any of the winning numbers and win the prize below that number. There's more. Multiply your winnings up to 5 times, 10 times, or 20 times more. Winning is easy. Play Monday to Sunday. There are no draws to wait on. Win instantly. It's the multiplier family of Instacash games with over $675,000 to be won instantly. Don't just buy one, buy all, because family is everything. Must be 18 years and older to play. NLA, making family dreams come true.
Have you had Boston on your travel bucket list? Well, we've got some exciting news for you. JetBlue is thrilled to announce its new non-stop flight every Saturday from Grenada's Maurice Bishop International Airport to the vibrant city of Boston. Now you can embark on your Boston adventure without any layovers. JetBlue is making it easier than ever to explore this incredible destination. Whether you're visiting family or friends, exploring for the first time, or simply experiencing Boston life, JetBlue has you covered with a convenient non-stop flight, complete with comfortable seating, complimentary snacks, and an array of entertainment options. You'll arrive in Boston feeling relaxed and ready to explore. So now's the time. Visit jetblue.com to book your flight and bring Boston closer to Grenada. Let your adventure begin.
Why pay full price for your mobile when you can pay half? Just bundle your home internet and mobile services with Flow and save 50% on your mobile bill. That's money in your pocket every month. Plus, now you get free YouTube and WhatsApp data. And you can share your plan with up to 3 other numbers. Upgrade now and get a free smartphone. Switch and keep your number. Learn more at discoverflow.co.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation. And those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan. Well, from here to the revolution, agriculture was on top. Man jack this and didn't do too bad. After that, you know the whole thing flop. Why? Everybody want to sit down in computer. And they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. Agriculture, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. You couldn't do without code, and they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. I tell you just now, my brothers, all you go with them computers.
Well, I know what's happening. It is 8:01. Has anyone seen BJ? BJ, where are you? I am a pharmacist. I'm not the farmer. The pharmacist. I only plant little things that I could putter around in my backyard in some drums or something. You have to come and give all the information you can about farming and so. So call me and tell me where you are, if you're on the way or you're not coming, so I could make myself a fool here. Just say whatever it is I want about farming and let people call and correct me. So I am waiting for the man, Mr. Bertrand John, a.k.a. BJ. If anybody see him, or so just tell him Claire is there and waiting for him and desperate and don't know what to say or don't know what to do. Just saying, okay? Putting it out there.
You want to sit down in computer. Agriculture, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. You couldn't do without code, and they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. I tell you just now, my brothers, all you go with them computers. All over the world you go, agriculture is number one. We soil is so rich and pure, but the youths cannot understand. Well, all the education you have, man, you still can't ignore the soil. Everybody want to work in office, and I know the reason why. Yes, man. Everybody want to sit down in computer, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes. Everybody want to sit down in computer, agriculture, and they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. You could live without goals, and they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. Tell you just now, my brothers, all you read them computers. Oh yes. All right.
So, we have rain. What's the easiest plant? Well, you could plant, but tell me what's the quickest plant for you to grow? So by 3-4 weeks, you have fruit. I know it takes about 6 weeks for it to get, if you plant pak choy or bok choy or whatever you call it here, you plant that in about 6 weeks, you get it. Tomato may take, I'm not sure how long tomato take. Peppers, about 3 months or something so before you get peppers, because I've been monitoring my little pepper trees at the back there. And I started having peppers, and I got five trees, and they're doing really, really well. And the rain came down, and they're green, and they're looking vibrant, and I'm getting peppers. So what's the plant that, anything that you plant that you can get at a quick, tell me, because I want to plant some things in the back there. My thyme is doing well. My strawberry is in happy land because it's getting water. I've got sage, I've got basil, I've got, what do you call that other thing? You call it pity bum here. We call it something else over there when I buy it in a package. So these are doing well, but I need to plant other little things that I can. Oh, by the way, there is something growing in one of my barrels. It looks like a jump up and kiss me thing. But it has nice short green leaves, thick. The stems or the whatever it's on is sort of looking purple. And somebody said to me, I can have it as a salad. Anybody know what is the name of that thing? It looks like a jump up and kiss me plant, but it's growing wide and it's up there. So, well, guess who came in this morning? After I shout his name out, good morning, BJ!
Morning, Claire. Morning to the listening public.
How are you?
I'm fine. I'm here calling my name in the traffic.
Of course. I'm so well, where is BJ? Has anyone seen him?
I am here.
Yes, you are. So what's gift? I was just telling them about something that has grown in my backyard there that looks like jump up and kiss me. But I don't know what it is. It has purple stems and the leaves are like really small and thick.
Okay. Normally what would happen, Claire, those plants you're talking about, soft stem, they tend to just pop up when the rain fall.
Oh.
And in a lot of cases, a lot of weeds and stuff are transported by birds and human beings and whatnot. You can probably just come in your yard with the seeds, And some plants do adjust very fast if they get the right conditions. And chances are, all you know is just take over your yard.
Well, it did.
That's what has happened.
Okay. So, because I'm trying to say, should I cut it? Should I eat it? But I'm kind of, in codfish?
It's quite possible. You never know if you don't experiment.
But you see, I know what you're talking about, but the experiment with with my life on that thing, and then I'll pass.
This don't kill you that easy, I'm sure.
What don't kill me that easy?
2 leaves from a plant.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to get you on camera right here. So let's see. There you are. Now I've got to fix you. Now let me see which way you're going. You're there, but that's fine. Just trying to switch you so that the public can see you. I'm going to go off air for a minute from the thingy, and I'll fix you up, and then we'll see what's going on from from here. Let's see what we have. Thanks for watching. And then I'll fix you on camera, so when we come back, I'll have you all well and good.
We used to ship plenty nectars all the way down to Trinidad during the revolution.
I think we have a call, BJ. Let's see. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
How are you?
I'm blessed.
Good.
Yeah, concerning the plant you said that you have in your backyard.
Uh-huh.
Its name is porcelain.
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 How you spell that?
Well, make up your spelling.
Oh, porcelain.
Porcelain. Yes.
It's a P you're saying, right?
Yeah, P.
Okay, porcelain. Okay. And what can I do with it?
Yeah, you could use it in salad.
Mm-hmm.
And you could use it as well with the codfish and so.
Okay, so I'm gonna stay alive.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna try it because it just grew and I didn't plant it, but it's just done. It's just looking healthy.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's healthy.
Okay.
You can use it.
Thank you very much.
You're so welcome.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So BJ, you're right. I can try it and see what I come up with.
You see, Claire,
Mhm.
I'm more than sure it was porcelain you're talking about.
What?
But I didn't want to commit myself because I haven't seen a photo or
okay.
haven't seen the thing physically. You understand?
Mhm.
That's why I didn't commit myself. But from what you were saying,
Mhm.
I was thinking, it's probably porcelain you have in your yard and you don't know.
But is this a big jump up and kiss me?
It looks like it,
Yeah.
similarly.
Mm-hmm. So what do we have in store this morning, BJ?
What do I have in store? Anything. I doesn't have a topic or an agenda.
It's agriculture.
It's agriculture.
Yes, so let's speak agriculture. It is raining. I was telling him I need a plant or something, a veggie that can grow in about 4 or 5 weeks. Like, I had pak choi, yes?
Mm-hmm.
It grew really well, and then I root it up and I cut it up and stuff like that. But I need some more. I have chives. I've got, the thing that jump up and kiss me there now. Not take over. I've got sage. I've got basil. I've got strawberries. So I'm looking for other little things that I can plant that grows really quick so I can utilize them.
Since you're on the topic,
Mm-hmm.
I think most domestic farmers,
Mhm.
people who do the thing for household purposes,
Mhm.
they seem to make that fundamental mistake. They would plant a batch,
Mhm.
and sometimes big enough to share for themselves and the neighbors.
Mhm.
But then when that finish, you have to wait 3 months before you get again
Oh,
because
see.
it's a consistency.
Mhm.
It's better to plant like 10 every week than you plant 100 this week and then you wait for 6 weeks before you plant another 100 again. Because the shelf life, vegetables don't really last forever. They
Not if you
deteriorate
freeze
really
it.
fast. Well, sometimes it lasts a little longer, but a lot of them can't stand freezing. For example, things like lettuce and stuff can't stand freezing.
That's true. You know what? I got lettuce a few weeks ago, and I didn't use all, but I put it in water in the fridge, and it's perky as ever.
Yes.
It's like it's not making roots or anything, but
No.
it just stand up. It's saluting like a corporal
Yes.
in my fridge there, and I'm like, I think I like to do that.
Claire, plants are very funny. The process by which they takes up water
Mhm.
and nutrients,
Mhm.
the chemistry and physics and that involved there is very intricate. On a lot of plants, you can cut off the root, put the stem in water, and it would grow.
Okay.
It doesn't need the root to grow all the time. Then what it would do, it would send out its own root if you figure the condition is right. And then it would start growing. Plants are similar to things like lizard, you you cut out the tail and you grow
yes.
back a fresh one.
Mhm.
They have similar characteristics.
If you cut a serpent in half, it will go back to?
Well, you will cut all the organs and stuff, so I assume it may not grow back, it will die.
Because I had a big one in my... Yeah. So the lettuce in my fridge now, if I cut the thing at the bottom and plant it, you think it might sprout?
If you cut the Like
The knob, the nodule at the end of it. That's
the nodule at the end of it. If you cut that and put in the right condition, chances are it may sprout. But the conditions have to be right.
Well, what's the condition?
Sterile condition with the right nutrients and water and stuff. Have you ever seen like a cabbage would have rot because of heavy rain and whatever, and then the stem stay into the ground and the condition become favorable again, and what you find is that sending out leaves and stuff on the side.
Okay.
It may not make a big cabbage or whatever, but it may continue to grow.
You get a baby cabbage?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, not just that. It may not even make a cabbage at all. But the tree may just try to continue to survive if you don't, exhaust its lifespan yet.
Okay. How long does it take for tomato to grow up and do its thing?
But 3 months, 90 days.
3 months?
Yeah.
So all the crops that I'm looking at is like 3 months. I need a 6 weeks plant, 6 week crop.
You
What
need a
can you grow in 6 weeks?
lettuce,
Okay. What else?
bok chow. What else you want to look for again that grows in 6 weeks? Callaloo. If you put callaloo, you plant it now, you get it in 6 weeks. You don't want callaloo?
I want callaloo, but I don't have I have a ravine behind my house, but when it goes down, it's taking callaloo and everything and going to believe me.
Oh, it's that heavy?
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
The day when it rained really, really hard, I just looked at my window and I swear I had a river in the back there. That's the first time I've seen it that hard. I'm like, whoa. So I'm not planting callaloo, but if anybody have callaloo, I can hit up on them. So lettuce, pak choy. What else?
You can get some quick beans, like I think contender and stuff. They will grow within
Quick
6
beans, okay.
like contender, and they don't take very long to grow.
Okay.
Here.
All right, so that's lettuce, pak choy, quick beans. And
Claire.
Yes?
You have a computer right there. Google it.
Well, I'll Google
Veg
it.
that grows in 6 weeks.
Well, I'm asking the farmer. I tell you I'm a farmers. You are the farmer. You have to tell me what it is.
I
So,
wouldn't know those things off my head
No?
one
Okay.
time. Claire, me left school 40 years ago,
and who didn't?
I don't know.
I think we're in the same era with the school living and all that. Yes. So, you have watermelons in droves now?
Yes, we have watermelons, and I'm having a sad week because somebody went and stole the watermelon and chopped up some.
Again?
Again.
You got to be kidding me.
I'm telling you. I actually brought some for you this morning. It's inside of it.
Somebody went into your field
In the
again
field
and
again.
cut your watermelon up and still
Harvested what they wanted, left on the ground what they couldn't carry, chop up some in the field.
Where is 4 legs on them?
Well, the thing is that, Claire, I would have caught whole heap of thieves in recent time, and 20 something or what. They all recycled and back out in the domain again. That's the problem.
But I mean, if you
there are certain elements in society. I have the opinion society would be better
off without them. Oh, okay.
And then you make them disappear.
Houdini business? Houdini?
I don't know, whatever. Could we change the subject? That is
about
putting me in a
watermelon.
negative zone this morning.
I know.
Actually, wake up really happy this morning. Claire, I brought you some watermelon.
Thank you
It's
so
inside
very
the
much.
vehicle.
Thank you. But it just, I don't want to talk about it anyway because I think this is so wrong. Yeah. It is so wrong. I mean, if I come and thief the watermelon in your place, I'll thief the watermelon and go about my business.
People thief the watermelon. They take the watermelon in our farms. We don't bother if somebody.
Well,
passes
yeah,
and
but
take
I'm
the
saying, but I
watermelon.
wouldn't cut up the rest because I cannot go with it.
A person have issues.
A lot of issues.
Hold it. And this is carrying you down a negative path, so you can just leave it out.
Oh, let's move.
Yes,
Let's move. What else do you have? Oh, we have a call. Let's see. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
BJ.
BJ.
Good morning.
Good morning to BJ. Very sad to hear the news coming from BJ.
We're not talking about that. We're not talking about that right now. He doesn't want to talk about that, so something else.
I'm just saying, he let you know already, so somebody will go to say something on it.
Okay.
I'm very sorry to hear what happened, and I can safely see that the farm watch system is not working. I think a lot of talk have been put into farm watch and no real action. The commissioner that was there before he was the one that started the Farm Watch, the one that recently resigned. And a lot was said about Farm Watch, but it never reached a peak. And the main reason is, one of the main reasons is that the Farm Watch, most of the time the officers are engaged in other work. Most of the time they're not, they go after the person would have destroyed or utilized what is happening. There's supposed to be a scheme where when the persons are charged, that they pay into that fund what is charged to them so that the farmer can get compensation. That compensation thing have never been working. I understand this government tried to revive it again. I am not certain that it's working. So to really get Farm Watch going and pre-larceny, we have to put some more effort into it. And there are farmers who is the worst enemy. Farmers are stealing from farmers, and farmers know who are stealing. So it's a serious situation that is hard to deal with until the authorities are really serious about how they dealing with farmers, with pre-larceny and farmers loss.
All right. Thank you.
And I mean what I say deep inside.
Okay.
Because I was in the section of the Farm Watch. That's why I can tell you that the last Commissioner of Police was the man instrumented, and it started off in St. Mark's.
Okay. Thank you.
Secondly.
Oh, sorry.
Secondly, I heard a clip played yesterday where the Prime Minister, the present Prime Minister, was saying that it's not rocket science to do certain things. We could use the trucks, the cable trucks that with the buckets to harvest our mangoes and whatnot. You know, go into the field and harvest our mangoes and whatnot. And I thought it was sort of craziness in the Prime Minister making those statements. When there was a few years ago, when Dr. Mitchell said that his father had worked very hard in agriculture and ended up dying as a pauper. And he continued to say, if we do not change the system of agriculture in Grenada, the same thing will happen. A lot of farmers will die poverty. And people take the wrong part of the message and went with it and say that Dr. Mitchell don't like farmers and Dr. Mitchell don't. I could testify that a lot of effort was put into farming under the Dr. Mitchell government. But again, things went down to some extent. But what this new Prime Minister said, no, I don't understand. He talk about even shaking your trees to get your crops up. And I mean, that is not the way forward to teach farmers. Because BJ will tell you that the more flowers you lose from your trees and our young fruits, it's going to retard the trees' growth and deliver it to bear. So nobody wants to invite anybody to shake your trees. You have the natural shake when you get it, but nobody will invite anybody to go up and trees and shake them. So it seems to me, sometimes when these people that in a high authority say things and people follow up to it, we are in trouble.
All right, thank you. Okay.
That's the issue, you see. When Clifford was speaking, what came to my mind is that one of the fundamental problems that we have in our country is that when politicians get into office, they seem to vacate their role as politicians and deals with policies and guidelines and framework and legislations and stuff. And what they become is a technocrat. And in a lot of cases, they get themselves speaking about things that they don't even have a clue about. And they got to keep in the forefront of the mind that they are leaders. And every time a leader opens his mouth, he's speaking to his followers. And if he's saying stupid things, his followers may go and do stupid things, or you're making your followers stupid. Two things that can derive from that. Okay. So sometimes politicians need to think before they speak, or probably it might be more sensible that they leave the appropriate people talk about certain subjects. For example, the idea of using buckets to pick mango and stuff, yeah, they do that in some countries, but you have roads there. Most of our mango trees in on the road to get there. How the transport get in there in the first case? You're going to plant mango, yes, and probably plant it in rows and put in roads, and then you can tag those things. But the only what you're talking about now is mango that growing on the side of the road. And how much persons that really interested in those kind of mangoes? So you couldn't just, you really don't want to, make those blanket statements, and then in the end, it makes you look really stupid. And politicians of the notion that they are sensible and whatever they say is gospel. Well, in a lot of cases, politicians, all you need to listen to me on this one, people are laughing at all the while you're speaking. And even when they sit with you sometime and you speak with them in the rum shop and in social places and they don't tell you anything, they goes home and know how, think, reflect on how stupid you are. Not every time people speak to you and criticize you, they're telling you everything. Sometimes think about what they are telling you. So politicians in our country, a lot of them, they lie in the bed comfortable after being in parliament and behave like silly little children and think, well, I'm go home now, achieve my objective. And one day just live comfortable, knowing that a lot of young people are looking at them, or knowing that, hang on, you know something, I would have done something really silly today. What is getting into my head? They don't think that way. They are obsessed. They are possessed with doing wrong things that they don't think rationally. Their heart are too heavy. They don't pray in the morning time. Certain decisions in this country, they are prayless.
Okay.
Law, and that's a new word for you, prayless.
Prayless.
Yeah.
We putting that in the lexicon?
Prayless.
Okay. Like bigly?
Prayless.
Okay. Not pray more.
Certain decisions are prayless.
Okay.
Like how you're payless, they are prayless.
All right.
Certain major decision in your country needs for you to get on your knees, Claire. And this is for everyone, not just politicians. Sometimes when you want to do certain things in your life, you need to reflect on it and ask God to get involved in it and get down on your knees.
Always.
And ask for a clean, settled heart before you start dishing out things. When you're angry or when the devil possesses your heart, it's not a good time to speak. Not even good time to make decisions.
I got a call.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This young man wants to speak in the. I love to hear him speak.
Mm-hmm.
But this Prime Minister, well, I don't know the Prime Minister, he knows nothing about land. Not nothing at all, maybe what he gonna learn. For him to talking about this truck they have with the bucket to pick fruits. This thing don't make to pick fruit. Where you going to stand? Where you going to put fruits inside?
Hello?
We lost him.
I think we lost the call.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it's that thing about putting mango in bucket. It seems as though it hits a nerve with farmers. Because, every week, BJ, as I say, we talk about the things that are needed to be done to get farming on the road to success.
We
and
all
every
want
week you hear a different something
we
about.
We all wanted to be successful.
Yes.
And we all want to work together. Claire, unity isn't something that you can segregate and still asking for it. We are too divided in our country to move in a collective way. We're divided politically and we're divided economically too. The gap between the rich and poor is getting too wide.
Has it ever been any different?
Yeah, sometimes you can see the working class kind of moving up and they're getting closer to being middle class. And, you realize that, some people are making the transformation. And, you're sort of glad for those kind of activities. Okay. But certain things are just too stagnant now. And you cannot have a country like that without people being motivated and without providing the environment for people to move up.
So you're saying that farmers right now are not motivated to plant anything or do anything agriculture-wise?
That's what I'm telling you.
I'm just asking you plain. You can speak to you plain already. I'm asking you plain.
I'm talking to a certain level of people outside there,
Okay.
and I know they are listening, so I'm speaking in their language.
Oh, I see.
So when they go and lie down tonight in the bed, they can reflect and say, BJ did say that, man, and it probably may affect some form of change. I want to say things in an impactful way. Every time I open my mouth, I want it to have an impact. I don't just speak for speak's sake.
You don't want it to be prayless?
No.
Okay.
I don't want it to be meaningless too. I want it to be meaningful.
I don't even know what to say anymore, because you hear farmers every day talking about, because even there's a young guy that he farms and he sells tomatoes and callaloo and so on Friday there. And he sells his tomato sometimes $9 a pound, sometimes $8. Last week we got it for $7. And I said, so what happened, man? Your price dropped down or what? I tease him all the time. He said, no, man, I just have it and, I selling it because people want it. And I applaud him for that because, as you spoke about last week, that sometimes people have stuff in the field, they sell it, and then there's a glut of it, and they just leave it spoil. He's going the right way by selling it $1 cheaper on the weeks that he has a lot. He's not going back home with it or leaving it rot, and people needs it. So I'm applauding young farmers that things like that, because if we're going to continue to let things rot, we won't get anywhere at all, because there are people that have a certain amount of money that could buy it when you have it at $9 and $10, and there are people like me that can buy it because it's too expensive for me to buy, to live on, to do other things with the money that I have. So when they do things like that, I'm happy that they're doing it. I think we have a call. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good
Claire.
morning,
Good
Bandy.
BJ.
Morning.
You called to sing yourself happy birthday or what? Today's Bandy birthday, you sing.
No.
Oh, Bandy, happy birthday.
Give thanks.
Mm-hmm.
My boy, you mentioned something there, and you said it many times on the program. Where sometimes a farmer will go and plant on rock. Remember you said that?
Yes, and him be more successful.
And they have the Almighty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they have the Almighty with them. They will be successful where somebody might go in just
fertile lands and
happens.
nothing happens. God is the giver of all life,
Yeah.
Bandy.
Mm-hmm.
Everything.
Important, we can't do nothing without him.
Never.
He's the source of everything, So, my brother, you hide on the spot, and farming is very important, very, very important. That's where everything, in life come from, and it's very important. And I really, want to say thumbs up to Real FM for a program like this, because I do a lot of things at my home with the natural stuff. I grew up with that in Montreach, and it's very important, And so, what you're saying this morning, we cannot do anything without the Almighty, because He's our everything. He's our everything that we move and have our being. So I give real thumbs up to that, man. Blessings, my brother, and keep up the good work.
Respect, bona fide soldier.
Thanks, Bandy.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, man. Blessings.
Yeah, man. Love all the time.
All right.
Yeah.
Take care, Bandy. Yep. So, and Bandy plants his thing, and like you, Bandy plants pineapple that is really sweet too. And
That's good.
yeah. He farms. He's a farmer, but the farmers here looking for the things that grow real fast.
Claire, we have to get real in our country
Oh.
to move our agriculture sector forward.
Mhm.
We need to stop dreaming, and so we can move our economy forward. We need to become real people. We are functioning in a delusional way.
Mm-hmm.
We are functioning in an animalistic way. Every human being is a human being. That's the first thing you need to recognize. Rich or poor.
Being human is being human being.
Being human is being human.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you start to distinguish and sectionize and segregate, you start having serious problems. You start damaging the fabric of your society. And you need a cohesive, collective approach to deal with your agriculture sector. You need to have motivated people. Somebody said, BJ, something? People in Grenada don't want to work. And they don't, if you, provide job for them, they want special work and whatever. I don't buy that.
I hear that all the time.
I don't buy that.
I hear that all the time.
I have seen young people getting up 5 o'clock in the morning and go and clean the side of the road.
Yes.
And they will stay there from 5 sometime to 9, 10 in the day. And if they can do that on the side of the road, which is very tedious work because I don't see it myself, it means that if you provide nice farming work for them, they will do it. It's just that you're not making it attractive. It's just that you're not making it sustainable. It's just that you're not setting the environment so that farming can be viable and successful. So people who has a job on a farm, they know it's a sustainable job. They can go to the bank. They can get a job letter from the employer, stating and providing permanent job for that person for the last whatever years. And those can act as security so the person can move on with their life and whatever. It's not an ad hoc, temporary something. We need to make farming formidable. We need to make it part of our culture again. And I know things have changed and we need to do things differently. Yes, and we need to evolve. And we need to modernize. And stop talking. Man, you talk too much, man.
There's a saying that if you dream it, you can do it.
But
I guess we're only dreaming it, and
we're dreaming it only.
I guess we didn't wake up yet.
We're delusional. We're having bad dreams.
Oh, bad dreams.
Bad dreams.
Okay.
When government spending money, Claire, and they spend it on the agriculture sector, it need to be impactful.
Gotcha.
It don't have to be politically motivated. In a lot of cases, you have to be economically motivated, not political. And because the decision coming from a circle of people sometimes, they make it very political. And that in itself sometimes causes segregation and causing the demoralizing effect on people. Like, for example, me and Prime Minister Dickon was on the same platform. When I say platform, I don't mean speaking together. We operating on the same platform with regard to marketing board need to be changed and something need to be done about it. But we're singing completely different tune when it comes to the manner in which it has been done. I wonder if you understand what I'm saying.
I got you loud and clear.
Yeah. It was done as though marketing board don't hinges on the agriculture sector and the farmers.
But the farmers, marketing board is the farmers.
That's the point I'm making. You sort of can treat it as though it's an isolated body and you can dissect it and see whatever. While you're doing your operation, what happened to the people who depends on it?
So let me ask you a question now. Without marketing board in the picture, I think we have one still in St. George, is it?
Yes.
They're
operating there.
Okay, so where are the farmers sending their goods to get sold now? Where?
Farmers still have the little side thing in marketing board, not like what used to be before. And then they themselves have to try to market. So every farmer becomes, someone who markets outside now.
A salesman themselves.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And sometimes it takes most of the time and those kind of things.
So,
Claire, you need a market base. You need a central marketing facility. Most countries have that. In fact, I've been to farmers market in countries.
Yes.
And I go there in the morning and the price for produce are very high because the supermarkets come in and the restaurants and stuff come in and buy in bulk. So the price kind of a little up because those people can pay. In the evening, like 4, 5, when they're about to close down, you go in the market and you get deal.
Yes.
The things that was $5 is now $2.50 because they're not going back home with it.
And that's
for the ordinary people. They know, boy, let's go in late.
Yeah.
And see what we pick up.
We used to go to farmers markets in Toronto. There's a place called Roy Thompson. There's a big yard there, and they come every Thursday. So every Thursday we go to the farmers market there, and we go after 1 in our lunch period, and we get good deals. But as you said, if you go later in the evening, but by the time you get there at 4, it's all gone. So we had to go at 1, and so, but we got the deals were good. So as you said, the market, the people, the vendors, the restaurants, and everybody go early in the morning, and by the time 1 o'clock they start winding down. So you get some. So why can't we do it here?
Why can't we be cool? I'm saying that we need to take a collective approach and we need to change our system, the way we do things. Too much of bureaucracy, too much of red tape, too much of people who doesn't understand what it is, find themselves, in position where they shouldn't be. Those are the kind of things, Claire. The proper selection and placement of people is the key to good management, If you doesn't have the right people in the right place, your productivity wouldn't be as what it should be,
Yeah,
and that's the problem we have in here. We have too much of politicians who doesn't understand what it is they're doing. We have too much of PS who are being elected by political merit. We have too much of people who play in politics in ministries and whatever. Those are the kind of things that mashing up the fabric of your society. Your country are guided by the ministries, by the government. That's where it starts from, and it disseminates its way downward. So if you're bag of foolishness going up at the top there, what you expect below? You can see you go in those ministries, or you listen to politicians speak, or you listen to the ding-dong that seems to be circulating around, and you realize that, hang on, it's just politics people play at that level. So then you have this way of filtering. Even now you find some people say, something, I'm not going in that man's shop because he's supporting X, Y, and Z. I'm not going in that man's activities because he's a X, Y, and Z. And we forget the social fabric. We forget the love and joy of we forget about being human being, Claire.
Mm-hmm. We do forget about being human being. And it's sad though, because you use that word every week collectively, and still nobody's collecting that.
Nobody knows business with that. They still believe in the divide and rule. They still believe if you not support me, you're not eligible to certain things. Or you still believe that, this man criticizing me, so he becomes public enemy number one. Well, the man that criticizes you are your friends.
Your enemies don't.
That's the people, your enemy don't criticize you.
True.
In fact, your enemy don't get close to you. They don't even talk to you. In fact, they wish you bad rather than telling you something or correcting you. And people who criticize me, those are the people who I remember along my way. People who praise me, I don't bother with them. That is everyday business. When somebody put me sit down and say, something, BJ, X, Y, and Z, that's it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you remember I said this a few months ago. PM Dickon, the first time we come across each other was in a meeting, and he criticized me. I was saying that liars are corrupt, and he wasn't allowing me to say it none at all. I tried to get up twice and say it, and he said, "BJ, sit down. This is not the right place for that." And I remembered him because of that. I never forget him because of that. When I was going home, I was giving a lecture, right? And I said, something? Dickon was not allowing me to say that liars in Grenada are corrupt, and I know that they're corrupt. And he knew that they're corrupt too. And the person who was giving a right said, BJ, corrupt people don't like to hear the word corruption, Just use it around them. And anybody who get vexed or anybody who retaliate to that word, they are corrupt.
Okay.
Anyway, end of the story.
So let me ask you a question now. You don't have to answer if you don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
Are you affected because you talk about how the politicians and so on not doing their job to make agriculture better? Is it hampering you in any way or form with your produce and so getting sold and all that?
Claire, I have made millions of dollars from marketing board. Mm-hmm. Millions.
Mm-hmm.
Marketing board would steal millions of dollars from me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've been selling to marketing board for the last 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
And we had that kind of relationship that we good.
Mm-hmm.
And I outgrown marketing board
Mm-hmm.
because instead of marketing board actually was growing and listening to the criticism, they seems to be regressing.
Mm-hmm.
They seems to be going backwards. And you would talk to the politicians about it and they're all saying they're going to fix. And nobody seems to be able to fix it, which isn't too difficult a thing to fix.
Mm-hmm.
We're only marketing people we have in the ministry. We send and study and come back. And where are the technocrats we have outside there? We can't put a plan together to, seriously come up with, working plan to straighten up marketing board, a strategic plan. Are you telling me we cannot do that in our country? And government can find the resources to do that? You find, 7 million to gallivant for independence? Well, I don't want you to gallivant. I want you to make yourself independent. You should have used maybe 2 or 3 million out of that and restructure marketing board. That was going to make you independent, or that was going to help to make a lot of people in the country independent. And that's what true independence is all about. Instead of have bands playing about the place, people whining and dining as though we're living in what? Yeah, some modern day pharaoh around, They hit hard. You're talking to them, but where them put their head, that's where them going. You know? They seeing the signs and they can't believe it, you know. Jesus Christ. You know, the other day I was telling a guy that he was at the cemetery. I say, you know something, BJ, I was telling the guy, you know something, why some people head so hard? That sometimes you're just telling them things and they're just bound to do it. And the man say, BJ, you really don't understand, you know. You have something called prophecy, you know. And it's going to fulfill with or without you, you know.
True.
And you see if you find some sensible people doing some funny things, they're just fulfilling prophecy, you know. In our country, you have a feeling with fulfilling prophecy.
It's the world over.
I'm seeing it right where I live.
Well, because you live here,
Yeah.
yes. But if prophecy are going to be fulfilled, it's going to be fulfilled.
Because I can't believe some of the things that we engage in. Claire, we need to make ourselves independent. We don't have to say we are independent. People have to see that you are independent. You got to feel independence. Independence is a living word. It's not a long word. I used to struggle to spell that word when I was in primary school. It used to beat me up a lot for independence. And tell you what, it means something to me. It means that we break off from Mother England and we deciding our own destiny. That's how we deciding our own destiny. By playing around and gallivanting and laughing. Yes, I like party. Yes, I like music. Yes, I like fun and whatever. And I'm not saying you shouldn't have those. I'm saying that think about where your objective lies. Think about where your goals are. Think about prioritize things. Decide what is important and do it first. Are you gallivanting while you're taking away $150 from your poor and ordinary people outside there and vulnerable people, and you're telling me you are independent? If you are truly independent, we should be working hard, the people who are able to work hard, like some of us, to raise money and to provide taxes, to support our old and elderly and poor and vulnerable. You're going to have those. That's the way godly people behave. That's it. And those men just go sit down inside the church, you know. I don't know why the roof don't follow this man on them head, you know.
Come on now, come
on.
on.
Oh, you say, man. Jesus Christ.
Come on. No.
How you say? Just where they're sitting down, the roof have to fall right there.
Okay.
Right there.
Let's take a commercial break and we shall be right back.
The first word when you speak about furniture is classic. Yes, at Classic Furniture, they design and make the best in local furniture. All their products are made from the finest local wood available on island. You think it, they design it and make it to your expectations. The highest standards at the best possible price, and they also provide higher purchase for you, their valued customers. Located on Ben Jones Street in Grenville, with their factory at Chantemelle in St. Patrick. That's where you need to visit when looking for products made of the finest local wood. They deliver and install items at no extra cost. Your satisfaction is their mission. The extra step is taken to ensure their customers are completely satisfied. They do doors and finished kitchen, supplies mattresses, and restores antique pieces to look like the first day they were made. Hey, give us a call on 442-4645 and 442-9726. Classic Furniture, Grenada's homegrown furniture producers.
Step inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive. Color by Sissons. Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of color. Color by Sissons. Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression.
Color by Sissons. Sissons. Express your style with Color by Sissons.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Like family, it's always exciting when lottery players get together. Now the lottery games are joining in the fun. Check out the multiplier family of Instacash games. 5 times the cash at $2, 10 times the cash at $3, and 20 times the cash at $5. On your tickets, match any of our numbers with any of the winning numbers and win the prize below that number. There's more. Multiply your winnings up to 5 times, 10 times, or 20 times more. Winning is easy. Play Monday to Sunday. There are no draws to wait on. Win instantly. It's the multiplier family of Instacash games with over $675,000 to be won instantly. Don't just buy one, buy all, because family is everything. Must be 18 years and older to play. NLA, making family dreams come true.
On November 10th, the St. Patrick's Anglican School comes alive as it presents its annual Fair and Dance. Fair time, 1:30 p.m. Dance time, 9 p.m. All powered by Just Gus. See you there.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation.
Gittins Home and Garden Center, your main pillar for agricultural supplies in Grenada. We supply fertilizers, herbicides, seedlings and nursery supplies, diesel water pumps, walk-behind tillers, organic and environmentally friendly agricultural inputs. We're serving you from 2 locations at Birch Grove and booth 34 at the Vendors Market in Grenville. Cost-effective agricultural solutions for all your needs. Visit Gittins Home and Garden Center for the best in everything agriculture. Call us on 409-2175 or 438-4337. Gittins Home and Garden Center, from your farm to your backyard.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the
So BJ, we're back. We just have, I'm like 9 minutes before you take off on me again.
That's okay, that's a long time.
So we were talking about marketing board, and seeing that we do not have much of them around anymore. So I guess you have to be all over the place getting your supplies off to different places, yeah?
Yes. I have to sell to different folks, like, the hotels, the supermarkets, whatever. Actually, that's what we build marketing board for. That's what marketing board was created for. So that you have a central place, and marketing board should be the one that moves all the produce to the hotels and the supermarkets and even some of the cruise ships and stuff like that. You expect marketing board to take up that slack because they have the facilities, they have central facilities to do those things. So you expected them to do those. They had the monopoly for what? Sugar and milk and rice and whatnot. So you expect them to, those are the most widely consumed goods in Grenada, So you expect them to, function in a way that efficient.
So now,
mind you, marketing board cannot and would never be able to take up all the produce that the farmers are producing in our country.
Right.
However, they needed, because to me they don't exist. They needed to establish proper relationship with the farmers. And sometimes they start that based on different government or different ministers or whatever. Once marketing board is to work very closely with the Ministry of Agriculture, which is what should be happening. And marketing board even had their own extension officer once upon a time who goes out in the field and can plan production and whatever, and act as that liaison officer between the farmers and the purchasers, that kind of thing. And that used to work fairly good. And then that dissipate over a period of time. Those are the things that you really wanted to see. And the marketing board can establish, relationship whereby they can give farmers contract, or even not just contract. They can plan the production together. So marketing board doesn't have a glut on the market at any given period of time, and people start to lose large sum of monies and those kind of things. And not just that, the farmers will have a guaranteed market, but that would cause price to be stabilized. You need price stability. You cannot have tomatoes moving from $3 a pound to $9 a pound.
But
that's how much percent increase? That's a lot. A few 100% increase. Well.
Yeah. So let me ask you. You had marketing board as your drop-off spot.
That should be my central place.
Right. Isn't it more time-consuming now for you to have to go to all these different places that
Not just time-consuming, the risk of accidents and stuff like that, transportation, the costs, all of those, that goes into your operational costs.
And your productivity?
Yes, it goes. So then do you remember when you have to go drop it all different places, you have to increase the price, Coca-Cola does that. This does that does that, depends on where they have to go. The price of something might be different, and you can't blame them. Transportation.
We have a call. Caller, you have 2 minutes. Let's go. Good morning.
Yes, Miss Claire. What BG just said is what I've been saying all the time. Because what the Minister of Agriculture told the farmers, or the wheat farmers, all in the game, the first estate they're going to plant wheat on is Granby Estate. Granby Estate is under 200 acres, about 100 and something acres. Do you know, have the minister carried out a feasibility study to know the acreage you have under? You have cocoa in Granby, you have other crops there. Which are the crops that you're going to be getting rid of to put in? How many acres would you want to put under wheat? In other words, if you don't do those kind of studies and come up and you just speak from your heart, just speak out, where are we going with agriculture? You cannot go anywhere serious with agriculture that way. Because you don't know. I'm certain, I can't say that the minister doesn't know it, but can you break up Granby Estate into blocks to say, okay, you have 5 acres of cocoa. Are you going to be destroying the 5 acres of cocoa? You had 30 workers there. You reduce your staff to what? Are you going to be the crops that you plant there? Are you going to get rid of those crops?
Gotcha.
You must carry out an evaluation of your acreage and where these things could be grown. Okay. And just come here and make that statement and it left. As far as I'm concerned now, the wheat people or the people who want to plant marijuana have visited the estate and they were told that certain areas have been blocked off already.
Okay. Let BJ answer. Thank you.
Yeah.
There is nothing to answer. Clifford make a general statement there. So if you want me to just comment on what he said, then that's okay. But wasn't a question you asked.
I know.
Claire,
it's just
back to where we were. You can't just speak like that, especially when you're leading people. Whatever you're saying, Claire, you need to have an impact paradigm. You need to know what is the aim and objective, why you're telling people that. Because if you just open your mouth and people run with it, it can be rumors, it can be down a wrong road, it can be all of those. And you're leaders. So every time you open your mouth, you need to speak the truth. The truth. The truth. I said it three times, Claire. People in this country speak too much untruth. I don't know if they think that lies can be hidden forever. I don't. You have a way of showing up itself like everything else.
Have you ever heard that story when you go for a job and you go with a decorated resume, and you can do this and you can do this, and they hire you on the spot, and when you come and you start to work, then they see you actually that you
you're
can't
incompetent.
lie, because they always say that people lie on the resume. When people like me tell the truth, they look at me up and down and
They
they
say, well, you're incapable
yes,
and stuff like that.
But then I could do the job because I know what I'm doing. Whereas you polish yours, you do it all kind of thing. And when it's time to come to do the job hands-on,
You just can't handle it.
and you end up leaving.
That's
you
the
end up have to
problem.
go.
People in Grenada should realize that yes, qualification is important and it's very important.
Very, yeah.
And everyone should try to be qualified. But I have seen a lot of functional illiterates who pose in as technocrats. And all they're able to do is just to read and write. And I'm not sure if they understand what they read, and I'm not sure if they know what they write sometimes. Because the things they would tell people or the things they would say, they can be very, very incredible, very, very astonishing. And they themselves don't realize that they are actually causing people to have that, what they're saying, having a psychological effect on people. And you need to be careful as how you're dealing with people's psychic.
Yeah.
You may end up with monsters that you really don't want to, or you're not set out to create.
BJ, it is 9 o'clock inside the studios of Real FM. Thank you so much for coming again on a Thursday.
Morning, Claire.
And we'll continue to talk about agriculture until we're blue in the face.
Morning to the listening public. God bless. Have a great day.
Yes.
And take care.
Thank you, guys. Okay.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
Welcome to the latest news update as produced by the Northern News Network. When I return the details.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
And I want to welcome back with the details. I am Maxine Entwine. Locally, Short Prix makes a return in 2024 Kayak and Spice Mass. In the region, win-win for Canada-Caribbean connection. Here's more in this report.
Every year, hundreds of people from the Caribbean make the journey to Canada and take up employment in the Seasonal Agriculture Workers Program. Canada's Director General of the Temporary Foreign Workers Program notes it's essential that everyone involved in the seasonal work feels contented in the program's prosperity.
I do not take these meetings lightly, as our discussions and our decisions affect thousands of workers that make the trip to Canada every year to help support our food security. They count on all of us in this room to represent their views and interests.
Minister of Labour Stephen McClatchy points out the Trinidad and Tobago government has reaffirmed its commitment to develop the agriculture sector with an investment of 1.4 billion TT dollars. He further notes the Ministry of Agriculture, Lands and Fisheries and the Ministry of Youth Development and National Service are eyeing the agriculture sector for business opportunities for young people.
This is an indication that the agricultural sector of our country is well on its way to yield food security, which can further be developed by the various workers on the farm program, who, upon their return to our shores, can transfer their knowledge and even the techniques, technology, and processes that can take our agricultural sector and create a sustainable sector.
Canada's High Commissioner to Trinidad and Tobago, Arif Kishani, states some of the economic benefits of the program, but points out there are also challenges.
We must ensure that workers are well informed, well prepared, and treated fairly when abroad. Our government and the organizations involved must continue to focus on worker welfare, including health and safety, fair wages, and cultural integration.
Canada's seasonal intake of Caribbean workers has been ongoing for well over 50 years.
On the international scene, more than 20 villagers killed in Cameroon attack.
The attack occurred in the town of Mamfe in the restive southwestern Cameroon on Monday morning. Local authorities blamed what they termed as terrorists for the deadly raid. The term is used by Cameroon's government to refer to the Ambazonia rebels who are active in the northwestern and southwestern regions.
So the terrorists came at that time, early in the morning, and attacked the population, the civilian. We are surprised to see it. And the assessment we have just done shows that we have registered about 20 persons who have been killed.
Officials say the attack started around 3:30 a.m. local time. Hospitals in the area were treating injured survivors. No group has claimed responsibility for the attack.
The forces of law and order are in the field to calm the situation, and ratissage is still continuing so that those terrorists who have perpetrated this barbaric act should be arrested and prosecuted.
Separatist rebels have been fighting since 2017. The rebels and government forces have been accused by rights groups of committing atrocities in the conflict.
And let's not forget we have the latest in sports. Cricket West Indies thanked Sunil Narayan for his service to West Indies cricket during his international career. The talented spin bowler announced his retirement from international and regional List A cricket on Sunday ahead of the final preliminary match for Trinidad and Tobago Red Force in the CG United Super 50 Cup. This ends the latest news update as produced by the Northern News Network. I am your presenter Maxine Entwine, thanking you for joining us.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
Your new Grenlec bill is even easier to read and still has all the valuable information you need to track and manage your usage.
Hey Mom, okay, your friendly tech support is here. So you got the new Grenlec bill? Let's take a look. The new bill makes it even easier to see your bill total, the due date, and much more. And take a closer look. It actually is a lot easier to understand. Let me show you. You can still see exactly what the charges are for, but in a great new format, it even shows how the cost of generating and delivering the electricity to you is calculated using your actual usage. And Mom,
St. George's and are available at shops and supermarkets nationwide.
Hello, good morning. And I'm a bit late today, so first of all, I would like to apologize to all the listeners out there. Nonetheless, I am here and I want to make it count. And just in case you're tuning in for the first time and it is the first time you're hearing that voice, I am Corporal Lewis, attached to the Community Relations Department. And welcome to Behind the Badge. It's a program designed by the RGPF to educate, inform, even help create relationships between the police and the public. I am late and I'm seeing that my guests have not arrived as yet. Nonetheless, today's program was designed to speak about fire prevention. And maybe it's God's grace that the first department that I worked in was actually the fire department. So I do have some experience in the fire department, and there are some things that I can speak about. It's my intention this morning, seeing that my guest did not show up, that I may talk about a few things within the Western Division this morning. So we know it's the Yuletide season. We know it's the Christmas season. And come with that, there is the expectations that persons within their homes and their businesses will be adorning those buildings with lights, the fancy lights. That's how my little 4-year-old daughter liked to call those lights. As an officer that spent some time in the fire department, I have to admit it was within that department that I learned that there is a difference between outdoor lights and indoor lights, and that it is very important to know that difference. The outdoor light, the casing of that wire, it is designed in such a way that if it wet, it would not be a problem. Now, when you put the indoor lights outdoor, you get yourself in issues. You get the short circuit and electrical issues. So it's important to understand the difference, because by knowing the difference, you would know whether or not you have indoor or outdoor lights. Fire is always an important subject, and fire safety is something, I don't care what the period of time might be in Grenada, but it is very important that we understand some things about fire in order to keep us safe. Now, last week we spoke on fire prevention, and Detective Corporal 24 Antoine spoke of the crime triangle. Equally, fire has its own triangle. And the triangle refers to the elements that is necessary for a fire. So once there is your heat, you have fuel, and you have oxygen, then you have the ingredients for a fire. By removing any one of those ingredients, it is impossible for a fire to take place. So your heat, or that will be, you have your heat, you have your fuel, and you have oxygen. Now, I believe that in the times that we are living in, that every business place, even homeowners, should invest in a fire extinguisher. The ones that we are familiar with, or the ones that you mostly see on the market, these are the ones that mark ABC, and it is not designed to educate you on your alphabet, but it actually refers to the different types of fires that you have out there. And when you see one that marked ABC, it means that it can be used to suppress 3 different types of fires. And on that fire extinguisher, it is not designed to last forever. So there's usually a gauge on it. And from time to time, it is important that you do your check and to ensure that it is pressurized, because it does lose pressure over a period of time. The fire department oftentimes would go to the business places and they would have that fire prevention lecture. They will also speak about the fire extinguishers and basically give you information as to how to use it, as well as they would be checking the devices. So if it turns out that it has to be repressurized, then you will get that information. And I know this morning I'm probably stepping out of my element a little bit because I have left the fire department over 10 years, and it's wonderful that the knowledge is coming back this morning. But that's the flexibility that comes with being a community relations officer. You have to be able to speak on different subjects. So I am very pleased this morning that I can still able to address a few things as it relates to fire. We are speaking of the lights. And one of the important things that usually comes up is the overloading of the circuits. Now, you cannot have your television, your washing machine, your fridge, and maybe other type of devices that you may have in your house plug on one circuit board. If you are doing that, then you're looking for trouble. It is very possible that you may overload that circuit board and it could result in an electrical fire. Now, having said electrical fire, I did speak about the different types of fire, and I say the A, the B, and the C. Now, for electrical fire, should you have one in your home, of course, you would want to know what it is that you can do to be able to suppress or extinguish that fire. Now, since you were little and that advice continued to hold strength even to today, you were educated that water is a conductor of electricity and that you do not use water for electrical fires. What you can, if your extinguisher mark A, B, C, you can use that extinguisher. I think it put out sometimes a foam, sometimes you have that powder out there. And what it does is that it would suppress the fire and starve that fire of oxygen. Remember, I started by saying that fire has its triangle and that there are basically three elements necessary for fire: heat, fuel, oxygen. And that if you remove any of the elements, then it is impossible to have a fire. So for the electrical fire, you can use that. You can even use something as sun. Anything that can starve that fire of the oxygen, then it doesn't have that ability to continue burning. Now, during the Christmas season, the upcoming Christmas season, we know that we do a lot of cooking. And I am a parent, and I know that there are a lot of parents outside there. In fact, the Christmas season was one of the periods that I look forward to, when my parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, they usually used to come together and make the cake. And a big thing would have been, I know nowadays people don't really beat the sugar and the butter, and I might be stepping out of my element a little bit, but we used to look forward to when you get that bowl to wash, because you would dip your finger and lick the little bit of ingredients that is left within the bowl. And so it was a usual thing to have kids in the kitchen. Now, what we advise from the fire department and even from a RGPF perspective is that you try and keep children away from the kitchen as much as possible. And we advise that in situations where it's unavoidable, that you would put the handle of the pot facing inwards towards the stove, because as you know, with little children, what they tend to do is to grab at anything that is in their vicinity. So by doing so, they will not be able to pull a hot pot or something. Now, if you do not have an extinguisher and you don't have the ability to purchase one, you will not be the only person, and it's not the worst thing in the world. But there are some home applications that you can use to protect yourself. Now, even as an experienced officer and somebody that serves in the fire department and have knowledge, I still keep a bucket of sand in my kitchen because I do not have an extinguisher at home. And it will function similarly to that of an extinguisher, especially if you know you're baking and the grease that usually comes from the ham and other things there, and that is easily ignitable, and you don't have the heat source. Now you have that fuel, you have the oxygen, and you have every possibility of a fire taking place. But by having that bucket of sand, for example, if a pot for some reason catch a fire or so, you can put that sand over it and be able to suppress that fire and starve it of oxygen and ultimately extinguish that fire. So it's an application that anyone can implement in their house. I don't think that it will cost you $1 million to get a bucket of sand. I am not advising for sand mining, but by removing a little bucket of sand, I don't think that you would be causing much harm to the environment. And if it is possible that you can source that sand without even doing so, then all the better, because I wouldn't want to advise that you do anything to break the law. As law enforcement, we uphold the law always. Continuing with the children and the season and the baking and the lights and so. Last week on the fire prevention, the crime prevention, we mentioned the gifts and the boxes and everything that you normally put outside of your house. Now, although that is moving away from the fire department a bit and fire safety a bit, but over the years, we have seen a number of break-ins, and I think that it's important that I re-emphasize that point from last week. Now, we advise persons, when you get your expensive gadgets and so, you don't want to dispose of the box directly in front of your house. That usually tells the story that there's the possibility that there is valuables within that home. And as much as you can prevent thieves from knowing what you have in your possession, all the better. Sticking on the fire theme, we ask that whenever you purchasing the lights, for example, the lights, if you look at the boxes, I know that they say sometimes we don't like to read boxes, but those lights have a shelf life. So for example, it might be rated for 2-3 years, but you probably might be using the same lights for the past 5 years. Now, there's a reason why they give it a shelf life and they give it that rating, because after that period expire, the manufacturers understand and know that it is possible that the wires, through the process of time, could become frayed. Sometimes based on where you store in that boxes, they can become the victim of rodents and insects, and just human activity may result in that wire being frayed. So it's always advisable that you test those lights